So from colours to cuts, these are the biggest hair trends you're going to be wanting this spring. And just in time, the salons will hopefully be opening in April. So I'm going to bring you what you need to be taking to your stylist for inspiration for your next salon visit. And if you're a hairdresser, this is what the client's going to be bringing to you in the salon when we reopen. So get your scissors sharpened, your tint brushes ready, and let's get doing some hair. Number one is a trend that we've seen creeping in for a while now. The bangs, the heavy fringes, but now we're looking at supersized fringes. The bigger the better. The more fullness, thickness, face framing there are, that is going to be one of the big trends that we're going to be seeing sweep the salon floors very, very soon. Fringe wearers rejoice, big bangs are back. Great news if you are in need of a fringe trim. Post-lockdown, overgrown fringe, no problem. You're bang on trend for spring and summer. The bigger, the better when it comes to fringes. For the first half of 2021, both heavy, blunt, in-your-eye fringes and choppier with bangs, the chic 60s French vibe looks set to be popular. So this is one of the trends that I can't wait. I've been actually working a lot during lockdown in my studio, cutting mannequin heads, creating different types of fringes, and I'm going to be bringing you some how-to videos. If you're a stylist, some how-to videos on to be putting these must-have fringes in your client's hair. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to notify you when those videos go live. If you're enjoying the video, thumbs up. Leave your comments down below what you think the trends are going to be, because I can't wait to join you in the comments and find out what you're thinking you're going to have for spring and summer 2021. Next trend, and I've been talking about this since last year, the shag, the mullet. Two different looks, but two very, very on-trend haircuts right now. The shag is all about loose texture, wearing it curly, wearing it wavy, wearing it straight, wearing a bit of movement in there. It's something that is going to be hitting the salon floor. And again, I've done multiple videos on it on my how-to sections if you want to look at those. I'll link it here so you can check it out. When it comes down to the shag, let's look at the shag first. We're going to be looking at texture around the face. Fringes again, either loose, heavy, a lot of volume, but maybe volume more through the sides. With the mullet, there's different ways of cutting the mullet, but bringing it bang up to date. Not looking Billy Ray Cyrus, we're looking more Miley. And she wears it effortlessly, like it just looks super cool on her. So looking for inspiration for the mullet or the shag, check out Miley Cyrus. She's been rocking both, to be honest. And the colour she's wearing as well, bit of like a grown out root like all of us right now, but a lot of blonde in there, just shows off that really sort of heavy texture and shape. But yeah, it might scream Charlie's Angels, but this classic 70s style looks set for a return in the spring-summer 2021, thanks to the low maintenance nature of the cut. Internal layering for bigger movement and volume. The shag is a great option if you're not sure when you'll be able to make it to the salon next. How do you really embrace this style for the season ahead? Don't forget, embrace the curly fringe. So one of the biggest accessories for home styling right now, when we're going to be letting you leave the salon, is a diffuser. You're going to be wanting to invest in a diffuser for your hairdryer. I'll link them down in the description below for different hairdryers, some universal ones so they fit any hairdryer, but you are going to want to invest in a diffuser to get volume, texture, movement, encourage the curl a bit more. What I love to do with them is really encourage the curl and then drag through, just loosens it up. It's as if your fingers are raking through the hair, but you're still adding that bit of smoothness, heat in there. Perfect. Everything seems to be going bigger this spring and summer, and I don't blame it. We've been locked down for far too long and we want to express ourselves with our hair. You've missed us. You've missed us for nearly a year. I know broken up, you've seen us in intervals, but there's some of my clients I've seen book online, tagging on Instagram, saying first haircut in a year, which is just crazy. So I think we're going bigger and better with trends. And there's nothing bigger that we can go with than the bigger XXL braid. So whether you've got Afro hair, Caucasian hair, Asian hair, whatever it is, we can braid it. But we want to make that braid bigger than ever. So if your hair is quite fine, we can put a crimp in there, really expose and expand the hair and get a big XXL braid in there. We can add hair to it. But just think, if you're looking at rocking a new look and you want to do it yourself, XXL braid. Just work on that technique. It could be a Dutch braid, a French braid, a normal rope braid, whatever it is, make it big and chunky and you know it's going to be on trend. So as well as big fringes, braids will be going supersized for the spring and summer. Extra long jumbo braids will be hot, thick, soft plaits will have all eyes on you. Not only do they take less time to put in and take out, but they are also the perfect canvas for showing off fashion accessories like rings, beads and jewels. So again, talking about accessories, you can see them all, they're all on Amazon. Again, I'll link them all down below. You can have these sort of hair piercings as they're called and just put them through the braids. They look super cool, super boho, and yeah, just rocking for summer for 2021. I can't wait to see all these trends hitting the beach. Are we going to go on the beach or is it going to be more picnics? Whatever it is, I'm sure we're all going to be looking super cool. Now, getting to one of my favourite things, colouring. Colouring hair. And there's going to be nothing bigger than the 90s block colouring. Block colouring's coming back to accentuate face shapes, to add depth and dimension. That chunky vibe, everything seems to be, like I said, going XXL. We're going to be looking at not those baby lights anymore or the blending of balayage. We're going to be looking chunky. Getting those chunky bits of colour in your hair to make your hair look thicker, full of life, and just embracing the 90s. 90s is coming back. If you thought that TikTok beauty trends were going anywhere in 2020, then you were very much mistaken. We saw 90s hair emerge as a huge trend in 2020, but we're going to see even more of this increase in this style. Thanks to apps like TikTok and Instagram, celebrities like Bella Hadid, reminiscent of the chunky highlights that all popular kids rocked at school at the close of the 20th century. This look makes a serious cool hair statement for spring and summer. So yeah, it's something that is really coming back with a bang. It's something I was already playing with. I think the thing that has really filtered through already is the money piece. The money piece was a real, it could be soft, but there was some really chunky ones in there. And that's where the trend has come from. And we're just going to be hitting it hard when we get back into the salon. So if you're thinking of a different colour this year, still want to stay majority brunette, majority brown, copper, red, violet, absolutely fine. But let's just look at adding something chunky, contrasting colour in there, and you'll be bang on trend. Lived-in texture is going to be another trend that we're going to see a lot of. And lived-in texture is basically what bedhead revived in the early 2000s. It's that get out of bed, looked as if you've done nothing, but actually you've done everything to make it look that good. And that's something as hairdressers we've battled with for a few years, is where people in magazines, it just looks as if, oh my gosh, just literally got out of bed. But there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes there. And lived-in texture is going to be one of those things. The accessory I said to buy for this season, the diffuser, is going to play heavily in this. And also the chunky braids. The jumbo braids that we're going to be looking at. You could braid your hair, sleep on it, undo them in the morning, and you've got that really cool lived-in texture. So they're the things that we're going to be really looking at for spring and summer also. Lived-in texture, I think, is going to play a big part as well with perming. So the return of the more lived-in, fuss-free approach to hair. To the 90s grunge era, spring-summer 2021 is going to mark a return to more effortless, unstructured and natural movement. Lazy girls, rejoice! It's all about air drying to really show off the natural texture of your strands. With so many of us exploring and learning about our own natural hair during lockdown, no wonder a lot more women will want to let their unique texture thrive in 2021. Big product for this, Joico Zero Heat. Joico Zero Heat comes in two strengths, two types. One for thick hair and one for fine to medium hair. You can just put it in, let your hair air dry. You can enhance it by using a diffuser. You can even blow dry it in. But let's look at lived-in texture as a way to explore the lazy girls and lazy guys in us. Because it's not just for girls. Guys, your lazy lived-in texture hair looks are going to be massive for 2021. So if you want more info on the Zero Heat, check the description below. There'll be a link there where you can read more and you can also buy it. So that's it for the trends that I'm predicting for spring and summer. There's going to be loads more, so expect more videos from me. So your new haircuts when you come into the salon are going to be, hopefully, a lot of texture, a lot of movement, a lot of lived in. Like I just said, you have experienced lockdown where you can just embrace your own natural hair. I know those Zoom meetings might have made you flip it up and maybe brush it, but I bet you have loved not having to do as much to it. So let's embrace that. If you've enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Check all the descriptions out below because all the links will be down there for the products and accessories that I've told you about. Hit that subscribe button for me, the bell to notify you of my next trend video. Again, comments. Get your comments down there, guys. I always love reading what you talk about with the trends. If you agree with me, if you don't, and then give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.